You said yes, just now, and you already hate yourself for it. Not because you're weak, not because you don't have opinions, because somewhere in your nervous system, the word no registers as danger, not discomfort, danger. And your brain will do almost anything to avoid that feeling, even if it means betraying yourself. Again, if you've ever opened your mouth to say no and heard yes come out instead, this video is for you. Here's what it feels like from the inside. Someone asks you for something. Your whole body knows the answer is no. You're tired. You don't want to. You genuinely can't. But before you can say any of that, something activates. Your throat tightens. Your heart speeds up slightly. Your mind starts running calculations. What will they think? Will they be upset? Is this worth the tension? And in the time it takes to answer, you've already decided. Yes. And then you spend the next 3 hours talking yourself into believing you wanted to say it. This isn't people-pleasing. This is your survival system doing exactly what it was built to do. Here's what's actually happening. You know fight or flight, the two responses your nervous system has to threat. But there's a third, and a fourth. Freeze, when the threat is too big to fight or run from. And fawn, when the threat is a person. Fawning means appeasing, agreeing, accommodating, making yourself small so the other person doesn't become a danger. It's not weakness. It's the most sophisticated survival response your nervous system has. Because at some point, the most dangerous thing in your world wasn't a predator. It was a person. And the way to stay safe was to keep them comfortable. But here's where it started. Fawning doesn't develop randomly. It develops in environments where other people's needs consistently came before yours, where conflict wasn't just uncomfortable, it was unsafe, where love felt conditional on your compliance, where saying no meant someone getting angry, someone withdrawing, someone making you feel like you'd done something unforgivable. So your nervous system made a calculation. If I agree, I'm safe. If I say no, I risk losing them. And losing connection is the most dangerous thing of all. So you learned to shrink, to scan the room before you spoke, to measure your words against what the other person wanted to hear, to make your yes available before they even finished asking. And it worked. The conflict didn't happen. The person stayed. The connection was preserved. Your nervous system filed that away. Saying yes keeps you safe. Saying no puts everything at risk. And now, years later, in situations that carry no real threat, your body still runs that same program. Still treats every request as a test. Still treats no as a gamble you can't afford to lose. But here's what this means about you. You are not spineless. You are not a pushover. You are someone whose nervous system learned to read people with extraordinary precision and respond in the way most likely to keep the peace, preserve the relationship, protect everyone in the room. That's not nothing. That's a form of emotional intelligence that took years to develop. The problem isn't that you care about people. The problem is that somewhere along the way, you stopped being one of the people you were allowed to care about. And here's what it costs you. Every yes you didn't mean is a piece of yourself you handed over and didn't get back. You say yes to plans you don't want to attend. You take on work that isn't yours. You listen for hours to people who never ask how you are. You show up for everyone, and quietly, slowly, you disappear. Not all at once, in small surrenders, one yes at a time. And there is something else. You stopped knowing what you actually want. Not because you never had preferences, but because you spent so long adjusting to everyone else's that yours got quiet. Someone asks what you want for dinner. You say whatever you want. Someone asks where you want to go. You say, "I don't mind." And the terrifying part is, you're not even lying. You genuinely don't know anymore, because the version of you that had opinions learned that having them made things harder. So she stopped.
And the people around you, they don't know the real you. They know the available you, the accommodating you, the one who never pushes back, never needs too much, never makes things difficult. That version of you is exhausted because she's been performing a role that was never supposed to be permanent. And underneath it, the real you is still waiting for someone to ask what she actually wants, still waiting to feel safe enough to say it. But here's what I need you to understand. Your fawn response didn't fail you. It protected you. When the people around you made conflict feel dangerous, when love came with conditions, when keeping the peace was the only way to stay safe, your nervous system did the only thing it could. It learned to put you last so you could stay in the room. That wasn't weakness. That was survival. Your nervous system loved you in the only language it had. But here's what that protection is costing you now. Every time you say yes and mean no, your nervous system records it. This is what I'm worth. This is what I get. This is how much space I'm allowed to take up. You are slowly, without realizing it, teaching yourself that your needs don't matter, that you are here to make things easier for everyone else, that your comfort is negotiable and everyone else's isn't. And the people who only stay because you keep saying yes, they're not staying for you. They're staying for the version of you that never inconveniences them. So what does no actually look like? Not a speech, not an explanation, not an apology followed by 3 reasons and a promise to make it up to them. Just no, or I can't do that, or that doesn't work for me. Short, clear, without a trial attached. Because here's the truth about no. The people who leave when you say it, they were only ever staying for your yes. And the people who stay, the ones who can handle a boundary, who don't punish you for having needs, who want to know the real you, those are the ones worth keeping. No isn't the end of connection. No is how you find out who was actually there for you in the first place. Start small. 1 no, this week. Without explaining, without apologizing. Just no. We see you. Not the version that says yes to everything, the one underneath, who has been waiting a long time to finally be asked what she wants. She deserves to answer honestly, starting now.